Now, as a child, I was a bit retarded. I think that's being generous by saying just a bit. Anyway, you all clicked on this video because the name of the video intrigued you. And yes, it did actually happen. I was that stupid. Now, this story happened in 2016 when I was 10 years old. Now, 10-year-old me was extremely stupid. Like, if you put me in a room full of pumice rocks, they would all be smarter than me. I was just so extremely dumb that I did not know the difference between right or left. Now, the story begins on the infamous date of 9/11. Now, at around 3:30, I was over at my friend's house with my dad. School just ended 40 minutes earlier, so I brought my backpack with my school Chromebook. Now, in 5th grade, everyone had games on their Chromebook. Most kids had Pokemon Fire Red ROM, which they would use on a GBA emulator, including me. So I played that with my friend for a while. This part has nothing to do with the story other than I just wanted to mention that people at my school said that Squirtle was the best starter for the game, and I just wanted to say, what the actual fuck is wrong with you? What happened to you as a child? Did your parents drop a fucking brick on your head or something? Blastoise is easily the worst of the 3 final evolutions for Kanto. It's just a big turtle with a cannon on its back. It's so fucking dumb. Anyway, back on topic. After I get home from my friend's house, it's around 5:15 or 5:30. My older cousin was over, so my younger siblings were talking to her. But 10-year-old me did not want to talk to her because, like any 10-year-old, I almost said 12-year-old, I valued Pokemon over my family. So I sat on my couch and played Pokemon on my Chromebook. Just then, I got a bright idea. A brilliant idea. An idea so extremely smart, even Albert Einstein himself could not think of such a beaming idea. Now, what was that idea, you might ask? The idea was to shove my head through a glass window. So I put my head against a window and pushed as hard as I could. The window was surprisingly strong, but after around 3 seconds of pushing, it broke and my head went flying through. Everywhere throughout the house, maybe even next door, you heard the sound of glass breaking. My mom then comes rushing over to hear what on earth just happened, and she sees her son with his head through the window, blood covering the top of his head, and him screaming bloody murder. My mom asked what happened as she gets a bandage to wrap my head in, and my dumbass needed to think of an excuse so my mom wouldn't think I'm dumb enough to be put up for adoption. But what does my genius brain think of? That's it. I'll say that I'd stepped on a shoe and tripped on the floor, and my head went through the window. Funniest part is, there was no shoe on the floor. So my mom rushes me to the ER and I get all stitched up and everything's fine. So that's the end of the story and I learned my lesson, right? Wrong. A few weeks later, I touched a burning hot iron with my hands to see how it felt.